as we as we take a look at that was Reid Hoffman. Well, Nelson Mandela was more of a politician, but of course, Henry Ford he says that failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Failure. So you realize that there is an aspect of failure. Because like Godwin said, in most cases when we read the books of the most prominent entrepreneurs and they're telling you all this, what they did to get where they are normally pushing more of their success of that. But in that success, there was a process which at some point had to involve your self-esteem being stepped on, and all that. And that's why sometimes when you read these books and they're telling you for some other entrepreneurs and they're talking about their success, and you take a look at your insecurities right now, you are literally turned off, because you're like, I've worked hard, I've done market research, I've reached out to people, I've been turned down, but I'm not seeing these aspects in your book. I mean, that's how actually people will relate to that, because every investor, I believe, has been at some point in time and you're thinking, I think I'm not good enough. People have opinions about what you can be, and in most cases, that's what we read these books with, that mindset of insecurities being grappled around us, rather, and before you know it, we are not relating with the book. So it would be very, very, very key as we see that other side.
Yes, and I believe there was a show that was done, I don't know what it's called, where millionaires almost get into a city where they're not known at all.
Millionaires.
And millionaires who are known well. I think it was, who's this guy that does the bit, Timberland? So his wife, his ex-wife, she was part of a show. I forget the name of the show. You guys help, all our viewers can help us.
You can help us. I'll put it on the Twitter.
Yes, shoot on Twitter page and YouTube page. Please write out and let me know.
Yeah.
So she went into a state she's never been to before, and she's a millionaire. She's done business all her life. I learned so much about her. And what you do is you're given $100 to get into that state. All you have is $100. So all your provisions, your access to your accounts, your access to your banks is taken away from you. All you have is $100 to be able to make it and make your business.
And make the money grow.
And make the money again. So you have to be able to grow a business that's at least worth $1 million.
From $100.
From $100. So it actually shows you from the grassroots level. I was fascinated. You guys should look it up. All our viewers, please check it out and write in the comment section.
Yeah.
It was fascinating because what she did, she was able to start from scratch with $100. You know what she did? First thing she did, she went to the church, asked for accommodation from a local church.
Well, I love it.
Like, I don't have anywhere to stay. I only have $100. What can I do? And then she started to grow from that. And she was like, what's the problem? What is the issue here? And she said, listen, we're in this period where there's so much COVID, there's so much flu, what is the issue that I can solve? So she was able to come up with like the normal, you know how people take like juice shots? An orange shot, a tangerine shot. Okay. She was really good at juicing. She was like, how can I package those with juice shots and make them like a kind of shot? You know, like have a tequila shot, but it's like packaged a little bit.
Exactly.
She was able to start from scratch, go find out what producers make from market to almost like produce from whatever to the level, from grassroots level to this level. She was able to study in the area she was. She volunteered at different spaces. She worked for different agriculture produce people. She understood how the market worked. And it was amazing for me because I was able to learn from a millionaire who was able to strip bare and start from scratch and say, listen, I have $100. What's your excuse?
That's your excuse.
And that's what we want to know. These are shows that we need. These are things we need more of. Is that interesting? Actually, I'm fascinated.
I'm already fascinated by that whole idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes you to that place where you could be right now thinking, what could I solve? And now this is somebody who's a millionaire, but she's trying to rewind the journey back to get into that actual experience. Well, that is beautiful in there. And now heading back to our discussion point, of course, the role of technology in investor protection. And of course, we're exploring the automated surveillance in that way. Yes, how technology really protects investments. Maybe just I'll begin with a quick one here. That in the recent years, Uganda has witnessed a rise in investment activity that is fueled by growing economy and a tech-savvy population, and technology has played quite a crucial role in safeguarding these investments. Of course, safeguarding the investments, mitigating the risks, boosting returns at the same time. And now we see that it's been very transformative. Of course, with the mobile money platforms, which have actually created that key role as of Airtel Money, mobile money, making sure that we have these cashless digital transactions, reducing the risk of theft, fraud associated with traditional cash-based transactions, of course, which is encouraging investment inflows by mitigating security concerns for the foreign investors. I think you can see how that is. I mean, the telecommunications companies have played quite a huge role to safeguarding technology. Safeguarding investors.
It really has, especially for people to be able to have that portal. I was talking about a portal yesterday where people are able to look at their investments and how they'll be able to accrue interest. Because most investors are looking at their ROI. What's my return on investment?
Exactly.
How does this business make any sense? How can I start to quantify it? How can I start to qualify an investment? And what's a viable investment, right? So you're able to look and say, listen, regarding the product that you have and the particular area that you're in, this will not make sense for you in the next 2 years.
This won't make sense.
So technology is able to predict that for you, the predictability levels. It also allows for transparency because you're able to look at the books from a different area. Because we live in an age where, especially for Ugandans, I can say everything has been so documented by book, by pen, by paper. But now technology is demanding us almost to have everything documented on air. So because it's documented on air, we're able to see in real time how much money did I make today, how much did I lose. So I do not have to be on ground. And I don't have to go to my farm in Ginger and actually look at the books and say how much did we come in, how much did the tomatoes sell for, how much did we get, how much did we lose, how many chickens did we lose, let's say for a poultry farm. You're able to have that documented in real time over your phone. You don't even need a laptop anymore. So there's no excuse anymore. So everyone has to understand how things work. So you're able to type it in. So someone is able to say, okay, so we lost this much chicken, we need this much produce, we need this much investment back. How much can I pull back? How much can I put in? So as an investor, this is important information. Technology has been able to bolster that almost comfort for you to understand that, listen, I do not have to be on ground and I can be able to monitor what's happening. Right, as long as people are diligently putting in feeding the information to air.
Beautiful. And of course, just to proceed a little bit here, we have the digital trading platforms. The Uganda Securities Exchange, actually Goodwin, launched a mobile trading platform which allows remote access to the stocks, to stock trading, and this increases the market transparency, attracting wider pool of investors and enhancing liquidity, of course, which is leading to higher potential returns. Of course, you mentioned about the data analytic tools. Of course, seeing that Ugandan startups like Informatic and Eversense offer data-driven insights for investors. Now, their data analytical platforms predict market trends, they identify promising investment opportunities, and inform strategic decision-making, reducing risks and maximizing returns. Now, on top of just the electronic platform which is going to be launched, which is set to be launched, of course, linking 10 critical ministries with government ministries which will be linked to this. Many investors sometimes they are told by the fraudsters to invest in the wrong sector, simply because this fraudster has decided to. He tells you he knows the market, but when he gets the money, he can actually invest the money there. But when he knows, because the fact that he has helped you identify a sector where you can invest your money, he's entitled to a fee, to an income. So he's frauded, you're not sure. But now if they can reach out to these platforms, for example, we see Informatic and Eversense, which offer data-driven insights to these investors. This will be quite crucial in terms of understanding the capital, how much money they can invest in a certain sector, and what are the expected returns, because we need to be realistic sometimes.
That's a really good point you just mentioned. I wish you could almost kusimba waka chao. So because we're so reliant on someone's idea, you know how cryptocurrency came into the space? And we have this cryptocurrency agent, cryptocurrency expert that is telling about cryptocurrency, and you're looking back and saying, listen, this person knows all about cryptocurrency. Why should I even bother trying to find out about it or doing my own research, right? It's going to be a lot of work. It's laborious to try and find out how cryptocurrency works, but this person hogs the market. So it's easy to scam you Yeah, Changunyo kufera, as they would say in Uganda, because listen, you're thinking, this person knows all the things, he becomes an expert in things. But what technology has done is it's taken away the expert, and the AI is able to quantify, it's able to qualify information, gather it for you, give you analytics. The analytics are able to help you say, listen, this is a viable investment. So in almost in turn, the person who is speaking for you saying this is what you should invest, the investment analysts are almost taken out of the picture. Which is why I told you with AI, we almost have to qualify ourselves and upscale ourselves because AI is taking over.
Actually,
right?
The truth be told, we can't upskill ourselves to the level of AI. What we can do is how do you use AI to give better data insights?
You can never upskill to AI level. You're not a computer. Just like you can upskill to Google. But you can upskill to a level where what's my place in all of this?
Yeah.
How am I able to
How can I use, it's
AI?
like how people now use ChatGPT in so many newsrooms out there. People that are writing stories, they're building on ChatGPT to create stories.
Right.
Newsrooms, not only just in Uganda, even in the international. So
a lot of spaces are hiring, especially we talked about Kenya, how AI systems are hiring over 2,000 people that are set to hire. They've hired about, I think 700 so far, who are able to help the AI systems work. Let me give you a quick example. You know when you're signing into your email and they give you a various amount of images, and they say click the image that is a railway road or click the image that's a dog, and there's like 16 images, and you have to click whatever image where a dog appears. In that image. So computers are not wired to understand how that framework works. They don't understand if it's a dog, if it's an elephant, if it's not. Do you know who helps that? It's human. Human people feed that information. So there's jobs like that. I wanted to show you how well we fit into this space. So as an AI person who's helping the AI work, and I can know, oh, this is Andrew Barija. So someone will say,
definitely,
so an AI is going to say, click the image what Andrew Barija is. Imagine you were like this and you're broken down into sections, right? So you have to, and one of the sections did not have Andrew Barija. Whether it's your leg, whether it's your knee, whether it's your face. So AI can say, oh, he's not in that image, but he's in here. So the people that are constantly feeding information will be like, this is Andrew Barija, Andrew Barija, Andrew Barija. So if there's 50,000 people who have clicked similar images where Andrew Barija fits in, the AI is able to get that information, qualify it, and then say, oh, this works as information. Are you seeing how interesting it is? That is where we are going. That's the world we're shaping into.
That's the human, that's the role as humanity.
So that's where we can help the AI work for us, because it can actually recognize human interaction, all these things. It can actually pick out images that are actually human. So it's up to us to feed that information. The spaces are there for AI. It's up to us to understand how it works and how we can upskill to be able to fit the narrative, because the world is changing.
It's changing. Beautiful. And now, of course, we have the blockchain platform still. I mean, we're taking a look at the different investments in Uganda that are protecting investors. Of course, startups like we mentioned Everson, we have BitPesa. They utilize the blockchain technology to secure cross-border transactions and micro-investments at the same time. That is very key, and this definitely opens up new investment avenues for Ugandans and promotes financial inclusion and facilitates access to international markets. Godwin, I realized one of the key aspects of prosperity in most cases of a given country, people don't have knowledge, don't understand even how the economy works.
Right.
Of course, just the general principle of, the economy is like a machine, how the economic machine really operates. Now, from that, they don't have financial intelligence.
Right.
And now this is what all these platforms are here for. Study the economic trend currently, and of course, take a look at, this can even go crazy to an extent of getting to understand what policies, because it's online, it's best, and it can tell you that as a result of this policy, this sector or this particular market of the economy is likely to be affected by the transactions. Because I've seen it in most cases whereby just a mere statement made by a company CEO can have an impact on the price of its stock in the future because of this value. So I'm trying to understand.
It's interesting, and you talk about this. We're going to reference Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk talks all the time saying, this crypto is the best crypto to invest in. And then that crypto takes over.
Before you know it, the stocks are increasing because a better statement.
Because they're looking at him as a qualified individual that understands about this, right? So it becomes very risky.
Yeah.
And then we look at people like Kim Kardashian, who are sued. for I think $1 million or $100,000
yeah.
because she had endorsed a particular cryptocurrency which happened to be a scammy cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And then she had to, because she was liable, because you're influencing a whole generation, a whole bunch of people
exactly.
to take on this crypto because you are the influence behind it, which is why the AI comes in to be able to help with your predictions, even from a celebrity level.
Exactly.
You imagine Jake, you know Jake Cloud or whatever, like someone comes in and is like, listen, I have all this bunch of money and I want to be able to endorse a product, but I want to be able to stand behind a product that I believe in.
Yeah.
I need to be able to see the analytics. Sometimes people lie behind the analytics.
Yes.
You're able to look and say, listen, this is what it's deduced. We're getting into that space because a lot of people are feeding, and people underestimate this. I just gave you a clear example of how you can feed an image and say, 50,000 people have said this is actually Andrew Barigi. That's enough for them to qualify you. You know how Google used to, you take a picture and a picture is very clear, your face, and then you have a picture with 30 people for wedding, and it's like Facebook used to be Google, sort of Google recognition, image recognition. In a sea of 30 people, it's able to get your small face that's behind in the corner and say that is Andrew Barigi. That is back in the day. I'm talking about, this is 10 years back technology. How much more advanced do you think we've gone since then?
That's way more than we can imagine. And
So,
the pace at
yes.
which technology grows, the rate of innovations, because if you take a look at the new gadgets that come up, the technology that comes in this gadget, the next gadget that is probably invented the next month has quite a high technology. So literally it's outpacing, it's multiplying. If it's by 2, by 4, by 10, very amazing. But how do we be a part of this and we can capitalize on it? Of course, when we return from the show, from this break, we shall further take a look into the later hours of the show at the economic value added as a result of using technology towards investments. And of course, we shall come in down to take a look at other countries, what initiatives have been put in place, and they have actually been essential when it comes to investor protection and so many other related aspects. Well, let's take this break, and business and sports and entertainment coming up shortly.